All right, y'all. So it is the 20th. I'm excited. But it's so crazy that it's the end of almost the end of 2021. I feel like we were just getting over 2020. But anyways, I want to talk about, and we talked about this on Saturday as a leadership squad. And so I want to talk about Boss to the Walls being a lifestyle. So those of you, and I mean everybody except for the new ones, I think everybody was in the Boss to the Wall group from the 1st to the 10th. And so I want you to evaluate like what you were doing the 1st through the 10th. And like, are you still performing at that level? If not, what were you doing during that time that's different than now? And like, Boss to the Wall is different for everybody, but what does that look like for you? Like, what does Boss to the Wall look like for you? And how can you keep yourself in a place of just performing at that way, at that rate continuously, even with your boundaries, but with your boundaries in place, but really being Boss to the Wall, and it just being a lifestyle, just be what you do. So yeah, that's where I want to start. Boss to the Wall as a lifestyle. What does that look like for you? I know for me, it was like pulling out all the stops. So, and just staying in that mindset of somebody will buy today. It's just up to me to find them. Like, am I going to be am I going to be willing enough to keep doing the things and be the person to find the people who are ready to buy today? Because I can bet 9 times out of 10 there's an order that comes through in Work's website every single day. So am I going to be the one to have it go through my e-suite, or am I going to back down and let somebody else find it and be that one? So that was my mindset. Like, somebody's ready to buy. I just have to be willing to do the work to go out and do what it is. Because like I said, maybe last Monday or the Monday before, you praying for God to bring your runner, but you're not doing the things to even capitalize on the blessing that he might have put right in front of you. You're not blitzing. You're not, you don't want to send that one more message. You're in your feelings. And so you're not doing what you're supposed to do. So yeah, I'm gonna stop talking, but I want to know what Boss to the Walls looks like for you guys. And with it being a lifestyle. So
Hey guys, good morning. So I would say for me, Boss to the Wall as a lifestyle is persevering, pushing through, because we know life is going to happen, and we know things are going to come up. So just doing your best each and every day, like, and that may look different from day to day, but pushing through, not allowing it to slow you. Like you might slow down depending on what you got going on, but just the willingness and the decision to show up and do what needs to be done regardless. Um, you know, that for me personally is just truly like knowing, like calling myself out on when I know I'm not pushing and I know I can't, or even calling myself out when I need to rest and I know I need to because I'm not producing how I need to. I'm not sending messages in the way and in the form that I need to. So it's like checking myself in the moment of where I'm at, and being okay with that and doing it like more quickly. I think that's what it's been for me as I've learned, and as I continue to push forward and go forward. Is like, how fast can I do this? Like faster, like, like you may get knocked down, but how faster can I get back up, right? Like, don't just sit there. So, yeah, like that's what it is for me.
Okay, so I'm gonna chime in. Um, I am gonna say boss to the wall to me means no excuses. I'm a teacher by trade. That's what I do, and I'm on break right now, so I'm able to be here with y'all today. But I was just thinking that even when I'm at school and I'm I'm a special education teacher. So when I have those breaks, I believe somebody asked me in the chat if, like on my break, if I could chime in or get on. Oh, that was you. Okay. So, and then first I had a resistance, like, how you gonna say, do this on my break? This is my break, but then I started to think about it. I was like, but if my school asked me to go and see a student on my break, I'll go and see that student. And I said, this is for my freedom. And what I had decided is that I'm going to go as hard as I can. And so from that moment, I started to say, stop making excuses. You're making an excuse. And so every time that I get, even if I had to roll out of bed, like this morning when Rachel sent that message, that live, I said, oh, we got a meeting. Let me get up out of here and wash my face, because even though I'm on break, I'm not on break. I got to treat my business like I treat that job. And so I'm here for it all. So Boss to the Wall for me means to go all in. Yeah.
Hey, I want to jump in real quick. That is so cool, because I felt the resistance when I said that, when I was asking you those questions and we was going back and forth. I felt it. And so I'm so glad that you were actually transparent about it, but allowed yourself to lean into the discomfort, because a lot of people don't do that. Like, we'll say something and we'll suggest something and they're like, it might feel a little way or sting a little bit. And so they tend to shy away or fall back. But I'm glad that you decided to lean in, and I'm so excited to see how that blesses you and what you get from the fact of just really like leaning in and being willing and coachable, because that's really what it's about, especially when you're new, being willing and coachable and just willing to lean in to what it is that we're saying and we're advising, and then just trusting the process. So I'm excited for you, girl. Terry, was you about to say something? Oh, because it looked like he was unmuted. Oh, you're not connected to the audio. Never mind. You're on two different things.
So I've always heard you all say balls to the wall, or Lydia has said that to me. And until I went through this journey, I had no idea what that meant. As I told Rachel, just so she can have an update, I'm through radiation and the oncologist declared me cancer-free. I have a decision to make, or I had a decision to make, and that is, was I returning to my manager position at Walmart, or was I going to go balls to the wall and do It Works full time? Now, I've done It Works full time, and I have to say that when I did, I was ignorance on fire or bliss or whatever, and my customers just seemed to roll in. And during this period, though I would get a customer here and there for the last 9 months, I wasn't really focused. So Balls to the Wall is focused. And even though I've always said I was all in, I take my products faithfully. Me and my coffee, my greens. I added celery while I was going through chemo. So I've always taken my products. I attributed that a year or so ago to my weight loss, because I did keto and I went truly keto. And I had customers that saw that. But during chemo, the steroids made me gain 50 pounds. So now I'm back to where I was. And being a product of the product is so important. So that's part of being balls to the wall. And I think also, even if you're in that, I'm reading a new book. It's called Atomic Habits. And so it's knowing that what you want isn't necessarily going to get you what you want. You have to change your behavior in order to get where you are. So like this morning, I had to say, one, I had the meeting set up wrong in my calendar. I had to redo that because y'all are on Central Time and I'm here in DC on Eastern Time. It's paying attention to detail. And it is going all in. It's knowing that even though somebody tells you do this and you think that ain't gonna work, y'all didn't get to be VIPs and diamonds and ambassadors by it not working. So even if I believe it won't work, I just have to believe. And I have to say, not, is this what I want? Who do I want to be in order to have what I want? That's what balls to the wall is.
That was so good. So good. Who else? What does balls to the wall look like for you? What's your balls to the wall?
Hey guys, good morning. So I enjoyed balls to the walls. Like towards the end, my eyes started to cross because I was just, doing so much work and and I actually enjoyed it. So it wasn't like, oh my goodness, but it was like, oh my goodness. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but balls to the walls for me was more about you know, doing actually doing the things. So, and being focused. So I definitely started doing do not disturb when I was sending messages. Um, I also was doing like any power hours or whatever. Like, I was like, okay, like I knew what I wanted the bonus for, to help with my home birth and stuff like that. So I was like, okay, like I always kept that at the top of my mind, like always, you're doing this because of, like don't. And anytime I started to feel myself getting lazy, I was like, nope. And I had my post-it, and so I knew, so it was always motivating me, and it was always like making me like actually like push. And so I was like, oh, like it felt really good. Like although, you know, um I didn't finish, the cycles, but now it's like I have so many messages now. So and now we have it again. So I was like, okay, this is like, this is basically your second chance. You feel me? Like, so like balls to the walls for me was definitely being productive and being focused and actually doing the things and nothing, not changing nothing. So I actually started doing, reels. And the other day, somebody commented on my business reel, and I was like, oh, snap. Okay, we get somewhere. So, like it's actually doing the thing. So I was so grateful to just be a part of that. Because normally I go into push and then I see everybody being, getting all they wins. And then I tend to, fall back. But, this one, it was like, no, you got to do this because of X, Y, and Z. So, yeah.
I want you guys to, and Sapphire, I want you to be, and this is very, very really, me too, be in that place of, thinking and moving and shaking that way every single day and at any moment. Because honestly, yes, we went balls to the walls for Christmas cash, but this compensation plan is lit on its own. So we can go balls to the wall every single day and create whatever bonus and whatever income that we want, because the compensation plan is that lit. And so you should function that way every single day. Like, this business is going to pay for my homework, my home birth, not Christmas cash, but this business that I have in my hand. And so that's what I want you guys to keep in mind. Like, we have such a blessing here. And because it is this is a volunteer business at the end of the day. And because it is volunteer and we feel like we can throw our weight around, and we can't really throw our weight around in a lot of other situations, we tend to throw our weight around here, but in the wrong way. And so don't take your business for granted. Like, don't take what it can do in any season, regardless of what's on the table, for granted and let that determine your work ethic and how hard you work, because you should work that way every day. And so that's why I want you guys to really look at it and like, how can I be boss to the wall every single day, whether it's a bonus on the table or not? Because this business can change my life regardless of whatever season I'm in, we're in, whatever. So go ahead, Kizzy. I know your hand is up.
I just wanted to just say this. This is my second time around in the business. I joined in 2015. And at the time, I had just left the police force because I used to be a police officer. And I was committed, but I was not committed. I was not consistent. And even in my inconsistency, when I would get sales and, I was making money. And so I was like, what could I do if I'm consistent? And so like, I know I just joined, it's like, I've been here like almost 2 weeks now. But when I tell you, like, when I hit the ground, I said, I'm gonna hit this ground running. And so, yeah, I know what it can do because I seen it before. So I want to get up there, I want to be like Rachel. Like Rachel, she motivated. I've been her friend since I began. And I tell you, like, she motivates me every day. Okay. I watch her timeline. So excited.
One thing that I love about you and being somebody who has come back is you are not letting your past experience define your current experience. Like if anything, you're learning from it and using it to project you forward instead of walking timidly into it because you've done it in the past. And so I really admire that and I appreciate that. So that's good. Who else? Who else on here is claiming whatever you came here for? Because I know we got the bonus on the table, but we always talk about going beyond. So listen, who is going balls to the wall and getting what they came to It Works for? Because I know I am.
Let me say this. So I know balls to the wall is a mental state, because even thinking now, I know a lot of y'all are like, okay, it's the 20th. I have until March to earn this bonus. No, you don't. No, you don't. So me personally, when I woke up this morning, before I'm jumping into everything, it's so this is, I talked about on Newbie Circle. What are your goals? Like, what are you working on? And I know for me personally, it's this month. And so I have to literally put myself into a mental space where I have to get the bonus this month. I don't have next month. And if you have to mentally, this is being an entrepreneur. This is literally being an entrepreneur. As an entrepreneur, you have to make decisions to put deadlines on yourself in order to go above and beyond. Because if not, you'll go towards the deadline of someone else where that may not be what you want. I think about back when we first had our first run back in 2015. We had to put deadlines on ourselves, and we did. Okay, we put some deadlines on ourselves. So yeah, the bonus was good until March of 2015, but we weren't coming for one bonus. Okay, listen, we wanted all the bonuses, and they were double bonuses. And so it was like, okay, no, this month I gotta go double. This month I gotta. So I mean, literally in the basement, needing, I don't know, 1,000 in volume that last night, and we figured it out. Like, no, I have to go double this month because next month I'm going triple, and the month after that I'm going presidential. Like, I'm getting all these bonuses. And so the question is, have you set yourself up to believe that? So me personally, when I woke up this morning, it was Rachel needs, because I know my distributors need it, but ultimately it's my bonus. So I need it. Not Rachel needs. Not they need, because they do need it, but I need it because at the end of the day, this is my bonus. Okay. It's their bonus too, but I'm worried about my bonus. And so I need that personal, that's personal. And so have you even gotten to a place of where you've made it personal? Have you made it personal enough to where you will drive and push for it? because I need 13, 10, 11, 12, 13. I need 13 loyals to close my bonus, and I'm done with my first bonus. And I can start moving on to my next bonus. And it's really 14 because one of my girls is not at 240. So I really need 14 loyal customers, because paying attention to the volume that's needed. And so Rachel is focused strictly on still signing distributors, because I'm gonna start working on my next bonus. Don't get me wrong. I'm already into the next bonus. I've already started because of the surplus of distributors. So I've already started working on my next bonus. But personally speaking, what is it that I need? And I have 11 days, but really I would love to have it done before the 29th, when they announce everything else, so I can start focusing on the next thing. And so are you putting, because even I think about Sapphire, sorry, I know other people got, but I was thinking about Sapphire with your home birth. Have you really put the pressure on yourself, or do you have an alternative? There can be no alternative, y'all. If you have an alternative, if you have an escape plan, you will take it. I promise you, you will take it. You will. Well, my mom will cover me, or, okay, I got this 401k, or I promise you, you will take it. You will take it. I'm telling you, as somebody who's been a full-time entrepreneur for how many years? 7 years full-time. You will take your escape plan. When I first went full-time, how I supplemented, this is a word for somebody, okay? Because it is, I feel it. When I first started as an entrepreneur, I supplemented my income, and not that you can't supplement your income, but I supplemented my income by doing hair. I did. So it was like my way of getting by while I was, how I saw it in my mind, it was while I build my business, this is my way of getting by. But it became a crutch to where I had to shut it down. Because if I have hair, I will go do hair to supplement what the business is not bringing in. And so you have to put yourself in a position to where I can't, like, hair is just not a thing anymore. Because if I depend on that, I won't work hard enough to build my business to where I want to build it, to where this is my thing. Ooh, I felt that, because it was like, okay, but what am I supposed to do? Like, what if it doesn't work out? I feel it. But I promise you, if you give it all to the business, it will, y'all, I'm still, take me back, Jesus. I'm still at the $25,000. Okay, I'm still at the 25,000. Because if that girl can get $25,000 in bonuses, not her residual, then you can build it. But are you really going balls to the wall? Are you going live when you don't feel like it? Are you going live when it's inconvenient and your kid is clowning? Are you going live and your hair and nails ain't done? So balls to the wall is a whole nother level. It's a whole nother level of commitment. And so what you may be considering balls to the wall, it's not really balls to the wall, because your back's not against the wall. And it's unfortunate that our back has to be against the wall for us to give it our all. But the plan is to switch that up to where you are on the offense at all times instead of on the defense. And so I know Miss Terry has her hand up.
It's cool. I was listening to you. Can you hear me properly? These earphones don't really project well.
It's muffled, but we can hear you.
Okay.
Oh, I think we lost her.
I think she's switching. Yeah. Okay. So she'll come back.
Okay. But no,
The sword is out.
I'm cracking up. No, that was so good, because I had picked up a part-time job at one point in time at the dance studio, and me and Rachel, we were sitting somewhere, and she was like, what would you do if you didn't have that job? And me, my mind automatically went to lack. I didn't even think about my business. I was like, I'd be broke. And she was like, what do you mean? No, you would work your business harder. I was like, exactly. Because I I wouldn't have that escape route, that plan B. And so when it's your plan only, you work different, you move and shake different. Like she said, you stay on the offense. You stay on the offense because I don't know, it just puts you in a different place. Because I can say now, from how I work my business now without having any backup plan, as opposed to how I did when I had my job and when I had my part-time job, it's completely different. It's completely different. And so this has to be your plan only for you to truly get, like, if you truly want to get to the coins for real, this has to be your plan only. Because like Kizzy was saying in the comments, like, you're dividing your time and your focus. And so how can you really be a master? They say a jack of all trades, but a master at nothing. That is how you'll be, because you're doing 50 different things and you can never master anything, any one thing. And so, yeah, that is definitely, boss to the wall is definitely a mindset. Because I'm gonna tell y'all like this, I could have used so many excuses over the first 10 days to really not go as hard. But one of the things that Pastor Ty said, I want to say, maybe in his sermon from last Sunday, was people may give you an out for some of the things that you're going through, and they might pacify some of the feelings that you have, but God never does. He's going to hold your hand. He's going to walk with you through it. He's going to console you through it. But what he expects of you and what he's called you to do is not less, because of what you have going on in your life. And so that was something that, because listen, I could literally not be on here right now, but I have something that I'm fighting for. I have a reason that I get up and move and shake in this business every single day. And no matter what's going on outside of it, that doesn't dictate what I'm still here to do through this opportunity, and what I'm still called to do when it comes to my purpose for God. And so, man, boss to the wall is really a mindset. It really is truly a decision. Like, come hell or high water, doesn't matter what's going on. Like, I'm going to get what I came here for. I'm going to do what I said. And so, yeah. Terry, I know you cut off, so if you back.
I'm back. What I was going to say was boss to the wall to me, because at the end of the group, in the boss to the wall group, I fizzled out, but I ended up having a realization moment after the group was over, and it kind of helped me to get right back on track, which was um, I was visiting someone, and I was, buying from her business, and, doing some Christmas shopping, and stay at home mom, and mom of like a 8-month-old, and with other kids as well. And after I left her house from, buying, the nails that she was making, um, it sat on me where I was like, people need this business. I know I need this business, and I know I sold a couple samples in order to buy from her to begin with, but just the ability to be able to make money immediately, and just Christmas is going to be short term anyway. But even after the fact, and Christmas will be over after everybody's trying to hustle to buy their gifts and things like that. But Baltimore to me meant, and it still means that just as much as I needed this business, there's a lot of people right now at this very second, even the mom that I just visited needs this business. And it immediately snapped me out of, I have a gift. It snapped me out of me being selfish and, not necessarily selfish, but not putting myself in the right mind frame. And like you just said, like it's completely a mindset thing. You have to position yourself knowing that you're not bothering anybody. You're not, coming to anybody with any mess. You're giving somebody an out. and to be in a place of servitude, to be in a place of, you're serving them, but you also, just by default serving yourself. You're helping someone and you're getting compensated for doing that. But it helped me to realize, okay, well, as easily as I'm able to, sell a couple samples and make a quick, $70, $80 or whatever, someone else needed that opportunity, and I know that I'm able to give it to them. So that was what Balls to the Walls meant to me.
I'm gonna be honest. Yes, Boss to the Wall, you're helping somebody else. But like me and Rachel just said, I need this bonus for me. And yes, I do get to help people along the way, and that's the beauty of it. But Terry needs this out. So what is Terry going to do for her that's going to trickle down and help your team? Because the only way you help your team is when you go up. So what do you need? What out do you need?
Hold on, let me say something because I see you're about to reply. Here's the thing, and this is a perspective shifter. So, Lord, this is a perspective shifter because most of y'all on here are mothers, most of you guys, and we struggle with taking care of ourselves. And it's always about helping other people. This business allows you to be selfish and other people are still blessed. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, and I think a lot of times we lose that. Like we're just like, okay, well, what they need, what they need. And you don't understand that as you get what you need, they get what they need. It's your ability to drive and push forward that truly helps bless and change other people's lives. Every single time, y'all, every single time that I have won a rank, that I have, Brittany, what was your check when I went ambassador? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, the people are blessed because of my success. And that's not normal. That's not the normal world. If I go for a promotion at a job, who's blessed? My family? Yeah, maybe. But are other people's families blessed because I got a promotion at my job? No. You know what I'm saying? Unless I'm giving them some money or something, you know what I'm saying? Unless I'm giving them something. But I do not have to directly bless people when I am blessed through this business. And once people get that, like, well, I'm going Ruby. Well, boo, if you're going Ruby, three people have to see a raise. They have to see a raise. Like, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. If you're getting this bonus, people have to get $150 bonuses. They have to. You cannot get this bonus without at least three people getting $150 bonus. At least three. Three people have to see $150 bonus in order for you to get this bonus. So when you see it that way, like if you need that breakdown, like get that breakdown, but ultimately it's you pushing for you, which helps other people change their life. And so it's okay to be selfish. It's okay to be selfish, but in the, when just two of the bonuses that got paid out last week, I sent a message, I said, hey, check your email. And they was like, oh my God. And I was like, bruh, that is just what I get to do. I get to help encourage other people's hearts by getting what I need. And so, yes, I'm like, praise the Lord and doing my shout and making me a reel. But on the flip side, I get to send a message like, girl, check your email. Like, check your email. Look what God has done for you, because that it's grace. It's grace. And you can put yourself in a position to where it's not, oh, you know what I'm saying? Or, it's grace. This business is graceful. It's so graceful. And so I love what you said, Brittany, like you got to shift. You have to shift to, because a lot of what y'all saying, y'all haven't heard before. And I even want to go back to what Sapphire said in the comments. Everybody's struggling, but everybody wants to help you achieve what you desire. And so when do you switch? When do you switch to be the person that can bless other people instead of other people always having to be the person that comes to your rescue? I know that was a big thing for me with my grandparents. They always would come and help me out. Can I be the one that helped them out? And so, okay, Zayden, thank you. Good morning. So the thing for me is, right, my grandparents need a new stove. But shout out to them old stoves. They be holding people down, okay? Like them old stoves will hold you down. But they need a new stove. And so my goal is to buy my grandparents a new stove. Just something so simple. But I want them to have the whole experience. I want them to come out and like get their measurements and they pick out what they want. You know what I'm saying? Like, yes. And refrigerator. Yes, because they still, well, they upgrade their refrigerator once, but it's still old. It's the old one. It's yellow. So if you know it's yellow, then even though it got an ice maker, it's got an ice maker. It's got an ice maker. Y'all know what I'm talking about. It's yellow. Lord help.
Y'all cracking me up. But yes, like for real, it has to be personal. And once it becomes personal, you get to bless other people as you're going up. Like when I think about going triple and beyond, like it's literally because somebody has to come and take my place as somebody has to come take my place as a double. Somebody gets to, like, it's who am I to be the only person on my squad that gets to experience a double diamond check? Like, who am I to be the only person on my squad to be able to be at that place of, you know, freedom and just being able to enjoy freedom of finances and freedom of time? Like, who am I? And so that is part of the reason why I'm pushing forward, especially when it comes to the triple and beyond. Like, it really has to shift to being about your team, but you also, it has to be personal too. Like, it's so, I don't even know how to explain it, but it like both aspects have to be there for sure. But you always, because every time Rachel promoted, she had a personal goal that she was going. She had a personal goal for every rank she went. It was personal, okay? But yeah, she wanted us to be able to experience what she had experienced or what she was experiencing, but she still had to have a personal goal attached to that. So, man, what we get to do is so amazing. Like, what we get to do is so amazing, and I've definitely become a lot more grateful for my business, you know, during this season. And so and this is the first. Ooh, yes. I know you do, Rachel.
You know what Sapphire said? Oh, Miss Jackson. So what Sapphire said, like, y'all, that was a part of my story. You know, when I first used to tell my first story of when I went triple diamond or even double diamond, when I started to see the big checks. Do y'all see this? 5 weeks. Do y'all see that? Do y'all see that? 5 weeks old. She's 5 weeks old. Okay. Anyway, so when I first had that first goal, and I would tell the story about how I used to have to call my granddaddy to help me with everything. He really did. He was like my out. And to be in a position to where I had a savings account where I didn't need an out, I just needed advice. I could call my granddaddy just for advice, but not the money. Like, I didn't need the money. I just need to make sure that I have sound advice. That was a blessing. And that was one of my goals. I didn't want to have to call my granddaddy to come to my rescue. I wanted to be able to rescue myself. Okay. And so that was being a place, like, it's okay to be there. I don't get this whole pride thing. Like, I was never prideful. Yo, it's like Terry said, most people are not financially stable. I'm not even in a place, even with all the money that we make, because of the generational things, we're not debt free yet. Whereas the white person may come into this business and they knock out all their debt. That is not what we're taught. And so we've had to literally teach ourselves about financial stewardship. And so it's okay. Like, there's nothing to be embarrassed about. And I think we get into this place, oh, my internet, Jesus. Oh, I'm back. We get into this place of pride. Y'all praying? We get into this place of pride. Oh, Lord. Okay, I'm back. Jesus, help, Lord. we get into this place of pride where we can't even really fully receive our blessings or go after it the way we want to, balls to the wall, because it's like, well, I don't need this. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I need you to become my loyal customer. Like, yes, I want you to join my business. Yeah, it's blessing you, but you joining me is blessing me too. And I tell people all the time, I don't make money unless you make money. So come on, like, we ain't no point of you coming in and, oh, you get paid off me joining. No, I don't. I don't get a dime for you joining. I get a dime for helping you make a dime. So let's go. You know what I'm saying? And so be okay with releasing that pride of, I'm good. No, I'm not good, boo. Like, I need $4,000 to pay for this home birth. So I need to help you make some money so that I can help you I can help myself. You know, and be okay with that. Like, I get up every single day to work my business because I get to, but because I need the money. Like, let's be real.
Jocelyn, you had something you want to say?
I have to figure out how to do this. Okay, so the live thing. I've always been a little shy about going live. If you ever go back and look on my page, you'll see that I go live, but I even tell them when I'm doing it, I'm afraid. So when I found out I had cancer, my close circle was like, oh, she ain't gonna tell nobody. I really didn't go out and use that as a story. And as I was ending it, I said, okay, I'm gonna bring you on this unexpected journey that I had to go on. Well, I put up a post last week that is still out there collecting stuff. Like, it's had 110 likes, loves, or comments. It literally says transparency, and I'm holding myself, but I'm naked, right? So you can see all the scars that I have had from this journey. And what it taught me is what Rachel has always said. If you bring people into your story, not somebody else's story. If you bring people into your story, they will respond. Now, Rachel's going to tell me I'm supposed to go out there and connect with every single one of them 101 people. I don't know what I'm supposed to say to them, but I ain't gonna let them go. Some of them are close friends, some of them are not, some of them are family. I've been in the business 5 years. I was determined never to quit because I didn't want to have to wait 90 days to come back. So for 5 years, I've been doing a little bit, dibbing, dabbing, whatever, but I was determined because I was a Ruby. I was determined that I wasn't gonna quit. I have nobody on my team anymore. Everybody has gone, even my 2 daughters, even though they stay active, they're active on my chart, but they ain't actively doing nothing, right? And the other thing I learned during the It Works journey, and Rachel will probably know her name, is that there was a young lady, and I believe she was in Texas, and she was an immigrant. And she saw something, and the person recruited her. And she made Ruby money all by herself because she's now an ambassador, I believe, because she needed the money. She needed the money. She had 2 children. Her father, her husband was a taxi driver. He had like 3, 4 jobs. They saw each other like this. And she started making money all by herself. But as she started making it and people started seeing it in her circle, her customers, they joined her. And so I know that that's in here. You have to change. Atomic habits, everybody's going to think that means boom. No, atomic habits means atom, the small things where it starts. When I say you need to read this book, somebody else that used to be a distributor that now does something else sent this book to me and said, read this. That's what glow up. That's what supporting other people is, whether they're in the business or not. She said, you need to read this. Because I keep telling her, I ain't joining your last business. So we all have this mindset, and And it is a blessing to have a business. And we don't even know that the pandemic is a blessing to us and we don't use it to our advantage. Here we are about to go through it again. I don't know about y'all, but in DC, they shutting everything down. The schools are going back to virtual. The restaurants are shutting down. They going back to carry out only. I mean, they are shutting us down. So when people start to lose their jobs in the District of Columbia, when a restaurant loses, when DC government or the federal government closes down, the restaurants don't make no money because ain't nobody in the office to come in the restaurant and buy nothing, right? The cab drivers, the Uber drivers, they lose money because ain't nobody leaving home to use them. You don't have to leave home to use this job. It's a blessing and we don't know it. But we have to see that as a blessing and use it. It's a terrible thing. This disease is a terrible thing because it's invisible, but there's so many other invisible things that we can use to our advantage. Now I'm through, I ain't never saying nothing else.
That's good. I love what you said about just the transparency of your story and it connecting to your audience. And that's what we say about, telling your story, but being yourself. Being yourself and sharing your story is how you are able to attract those people who you were placed here to serve, because there's a lot of people out here that are attracted to you and your journey and your story, and your testimony is going to touch them and tap them and reach them, as opposed to my story or Rachel's story or Cass's story. That's one thing that shifted for me. One, because you sound like me. You was at Ruby for a number of years, and you just you never quit because you didn't want your account to cancel and all that stuff. Like literally, I stayed at Ruby for like 4 years. Dibbling and dabbling in and out. But one of the things that Rachel said one time in the chat, she just came in and she was like, God has people out there who specifically wants to join your team. And I never thought about it like that, because I always struggle with self-worth and, just really and self-esteem and stuff like that. So I really never thought I was that deep. Like I felt like everybody else was better than me or had something more than what I had. And so I never looked at it like people want to join me, people want to join Brittany. And so when that shift clicked, I really started to be myself, because at one point I was trying to take different parts of It Works distributors and like put them all together and just be like this one, like It Works distributor girl. And so it was very exhausting, not fun or none of that, because I was not being me. And so as soon as I like really decided to be me, and even with reels, my reels, like they do good, but when I'm like really Brittany in my reels, like they really like blow up, like because my personality is just, I don't know, it's very inviting. And so I just say all that to say, when I started to be me and share my journey and really be transparent, that's when I started to have fun in my business. That's when my business took off. And that's when I really started to connect with people that I could truly help and start to find my tribe, because I was really being myself. And so people buy people before they ever buy your product, your business, or whatever, really feel like hearing what you're talking about. They want to buy you and know who you are first. So yes, Jocelyn, continue to share that journey. They love to go on the journey with you. So continue to take people on that journey with you, and that's how you're going to find your tribe. So excited. Who else got some? I ain't heard from a lot of people.
I like to sneak in here. Hey, y'all. Good morning. Happy Monday. All that good stuff. I don't know. It's always be like, well, I'm not going to say nothing this time, but I'm going to just jump in here before we get off here. What Balls to the Wall meant for me was, I think somebody had dropped this Eric Thomas thing, and I literally had to listen to this thing like 4 days in a row, and it clicked, and it was like, you supposed to be a millionaire by now, but you stopped 3 years ago. And I was like, you absolutely correct. Like that touched me deep in my soul, because it's like, I've come too far to stop. And so like this past week, even after Balls to the Wall, I had a distributor pre-selling, and you know what? That really lit a fire under me, because it's like, And I needed that because I know people are watching me anyway. Like I have people like, oh, I just love your reel, just messaging me. And I'm just like, I can't stop because of that. Just based off the amount of people and the traction and the momentum that I've started up, I can't stop just based off that. Even though I may not even talk to these people, the people that I'm connected with, the people I'm supposed to bless, like I have people message me like, I needed to hear this today, like with my information and stuff like that. Just based off those simple little things, I can't stop. Like I would be a fool to just stop. And so that's what Balls to the Wall meant to me. And I've been having a lot of more interaction and, like you said, really sharing my story, because I do have to realize that only certain people are going to connect to me. Only certain people dropped out of high school. They know what it's like. Only certain people, got kicked out at a young age. They know what that's like. Suicidal thoughts, they know what that's like. And what you said made so much sense. Is like, I've been doing my reels, and the ones that crack on TikTok are the ones that's just like so simple, me just being myself. And you could try to do all these sounds and I'll get 1,000 views just being silly. Like it's crazy. And so Balls to the Wall meant for me just sharing more of what's me and not forgetting that me stopping means that anybody that's connected to me, they don't get the chance. And that's very selfish. And I don't want to do that. And so yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm glad I jumped in here. Thank y'all because everything y'all was saying is just like everything that I've been meaning. Yes, be myself, show myself, even if it's something silly. Even what Cassandra said, she motivated me, I think last week when she was just like, I just be myself. And so I noticed that cracks and like you said, my tribe they need me and I don't even know them. They need me and I don't even know them. And I was watching last night, one last thing with Transformation Church. They was I forgot that guy's name, but he was talking about like Mary was awesome. She carried Jesus, right? But Joseph, Jesus needed Joseph. Like it wasn't about Joseph. Probably felt like, oh, you guys don't need me. Mary already pregnant. Hold on, I don't want to. You know what I'm saying? I was about to marry this lady, and now she's pregnant. But at the end of the day, like he was the son of David, and so he had a choice. He had a choice to stick in a situation that looked crazy. You know what I'm saying? But thank God he did, because he ended up having to name the Savior that saved all of us to this day. So that really blessed me too. Y'all know I'm getting fired up. I've been talking a mile a minute. So thank you.
I'm gonna hop back in here real quick. Robin, you said something that I continuously say. It's something that Rachel said a while ago. I don't know if it was in her Becoming series, but it was like, you being selfish. Y'all know Rachel. Yeah. She's like, you're being selfish. Okay. And it's those moments for me, and I be humble and open and transparent. Like those moments where I do feel like I get lazy. I'm like, I'd rather watch the basketball game. Okay. And then send some messages, but trying to figure out like how to do it. Right. So I know me, I like the game. So it's like, all right, on timeouts and commercials, you got to get 15, 20 messages out, and it makes it fun for me. So like that way I get to enjoy it, but at the same time, making sure that I'm not being selfish. And that goes on so many levels. That's being selfish of not showing the world who you are and who God made you. That's being selfish and sharing this business. Even if you're not where you want to, this business has done something for you. Not being selfish on like everything, so yeah, that was good. And I just want to say, y'all, don't be selfish. Don't be selfish this week. It's the week of giving. It's Christmas. Don't be selfish.
That's so good. This is the best Christmas gift you could bless somebody with, okay? For real. Like the way that this changed my life, like for real, like this is the best gift that you could give someone. So make sure you are sharing it with everyone. The gift that keeps on giving. Yes, the gift that keeps on giving. So many different ways, physically, spiritually, mentally, emotionally. Like if I didn't have this space, if I didn't have the growth that happens just being a part of this squad, man, I don't know where I'd be right in this moment. So this is a gift. And so you just have to operate in that mindset. Like when you wake up, who can I help today? Who can I help today? Who can I offer this blessing to? who can I offer a better quality of life to? You know, like you really truly have a gift. And when you are sold out and you truly believe in, one of the things that shifted for me when it comes to distributor recruitment and what allowed me to be really, really confident, I started to believe that I could make money. So that was the first thing. I started to believe in this business that I could make money, not Rachel, not everybody else, but that Brittany can make money with this business. And then the ultimate shift was I started to believe and be sold out that I can help you make some money. So now it was like, oh yeah, I can help me make some money, but I can help you make some money. And so how am I able to recruit distributors in the way that I am? I am confident that when they join me, if they plug in and allow me to teach and coach them, I will help you make some money. And so have you gotten to that point and sold out about this business and this opportunity and what it can do for you? And then also how you can truly help others with this opportunity? Because that's what shifted for me. That is how I was able to start just enrolling distributors back to back, because I know I can help you make some money. You join me, ain't no like ain't no question if you're going to make some money, especially if you allow me to help you. So that was the shift for me when it comes to recruitment, because I know a lot of us, I mean, we need team, we need squad. And so do you believe that you can make money, but then also that you can then turn around and help the next person make money with this opportunity? Yeah, quiet.
We only have 3 minutes. I believe.
I believe too, Brittany. And then you know what? I'm gonna go one further. I'm not gonna get stuck on who I've already helped make money. I'm gonna keep going, looking to help other people make money. Okay, I'm gonna keep going.
I feel like we talked about this maybe on a leadership call. I can't remember, or maybe it was Monday meetup. I mean, on Saturday. I feel like somewhere. Where did we talk about it? I don't know. We talked about it, or maybe I talked about it with Jesus. I don't know.
Maybe it was Black excellence. I don't know.
Maybe, I don't know. Maybe, I don't know, somewhere. But I talked about this, like the releasing and just being grateful for helping people. Because if we know our help comes from him, then how dare it's almost like your hand is still out. Like, I helped you. Where is my help? Why aren't you helping me go diamond? Why aren't you helping me go double? Like, bro, I helped you pay a little bill off. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's not the right heart. If you get to that place, it's a heart check thing. It's what's your intentions? Are you really here to just help people? Do you believe all your help comes from him? Because if you do, then why is your hand still out? Because we know that where we plant seeds, that it doesn't always grow there. If you know that, then why you are not a real farmer where you got to get your harvest from the same place that you planted your seeds. And if you understand that, then why are you standing there when God has another place for you where that seed will grow? If you remove them, it's almost like you hold people hostage, right? And now you in your feelings, they can't sign back up. They don't want to be your customer because you and your feelings about what they didn't do, and they feel it because you haven't released it. And so you say, no, we good. No, we not. And you petty, and I can feel it. Believe me, the Holy Spirit is my friend too. And so the Holy Spirit is telling me that you feel some type of way. So yes, so good.
Yes. We got one more minute. Anybody got some last words before we hop off of here? I know I'm excited. I'm excited about what we get to do here. I'm excited about where we're going in 2022, how we're about to crush the end of 2021, and just where Money Squad is going just in general. Like, God is doing a new thing. He is allowing us to, man, it's so crazy. Even just on the leadership meeting this Saturday, just having a special guest, like the author of the book that we're reading, like he is doing so many things to put us in position and just really show us and give us those little love taps that, hey, it's coming, y'all. It's coming. Like I've been saying, like it's coming. It's coming. And those who don't get weary with doing well doing, they are going to be the ones to reap the harvest of what's coming. And so just stay, like we say, just stay in tune, stay connected, just keep swimming, and listen, we about to do this thing. So I'm excited, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and pray us out, and we're gonna have an amazing week. And we're gonna crush it. We're gonna crush it. I'm believing that we all gonna close a bonus this month. Listen, because I'm on it. I need 8 loyals and 2 distributors. Or 3 distributors. 8 loyals and 3 distributors to close out my bonus this month. And so that's what I'm going for. That's what I'm going for. I'm excited for us all. I'm about to pray us out, and we're gonna hop off of here. So, dear Heavenly Father, we just come to you with so much thanksgiving, so much adoration, so much praise, and just thanking you for how you've blessed us so far and what you intend to do, intend to do for us moving beyond and going forward. We just ask that you give us the strength, you give us the courage, you give us the audacity to carry out what it is you've placed on our hearts to do here with this opportunity, and just in general. I just ask that you give us, allow us to be a little bit more sensitive to your taps. Give us that discernment to actually go out and talk to the people who you've placed in our path, because I know sometimes we can be a little bit disobedient or hesitant because we can't understand or rationalize what it is that you're telling us to do. But I just cast that down, and I ask that you allow us to walk more boldly in what it is that we have here, and just offer this gift that you blessed us with so graciously. We just love you. We adore you. We ask that you bless the work that was done this morning, and give everybody a double portion for just showing up for their businesses and really putting it as a priority in their life. We do everything unto you. We do everything to magnify your name and glorify your kingdom. And it is in your son, Jesus' name, that we pray today. Amen. All right, guys, I will see y'all later.